Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. Today's January 22nd, 2024. I want to say I think this is our first Member Monday Spotlight of 2024, Jackie, and you are our member and our spotlight
Yay.
for today. How exciting is that?
Incredibly exciting.
Yeah. So I started out the year. Obviously, New Year's was, on a Monday. And then I was traveling on a marketer's cruise in Aruba and Curacao and Bonaire. It was so beautiful. And now I'm back. Working doesn't have to be sitting in an office. Working can be on a cruise ship. It really can be in a coffee shop. It can be meeting people in person, especially now that we're so open and are able to have those conversations. But every single Monday, each and every Monday at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, please join us here where we bring another one of our members forward in a specific industry of their expertise to share with you tools and tips on how you're able to grow your business and your visibility, because that's what this is about, is the visibility for you and your brand. And Jackie is one of the most perfect people to be able to do that because she is the founder of Speakertunity, and they are all about getting you on stages. So Jackie, welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you're here today.
Thank you, Colleen. I love hanging out with you and your community because they're doers. They're people who don't just sit and listen. They're going to go and actually take action. So It's always great to be heard when you come to an event like this.
Yeah, so let's talk about taking action. That's the number one thing you said. And how many people out there do you think have a message, have a story, have something to deliver, but they're not utilizing a stage to do it? So they're missing out on the mass opportunity of visibility, no matter if they work in corporate America, because I know a lot of speaker trainers will work with individuals in corporate America because they're on stages, right? They're in front of potential clients a lot, especially if they're in business development. So how can speaking really elevate somebody's visibility in their brand? I'd love for you to share more about that with the audience.
Well, the most important thing is that speaking is the single most effective way to sell any product, a book, a program, a coaching program, resources. By getting in front of people, you basically increase the know, like, and trust factor incredibly. And when that happens, people feel an affinity to you. They're more willing to invest with you, and they have a sense of what you have for them that will improve their lives, what you can do to transform them. And so you really should not be overlooking this opportunity or putting it to the back burner, because you are missing out on an incredible opportunity, and you're robbing your community, people who need you, of your resource.
I'm glad you said that, because I've heard people say, well, I don't have a message. I don't have a story. Everybody has a message. Everybody has a story. And I heard this one time, Jackie, somebody said they can only hear the message from you. How many times have you've been sitting next to someone and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. And you look over at them and you're like, I've been telling you that for 5 years, but in one ear, out the other. They never heard you say it. They needed to hear it from somebody else.
I would absolutely agree. And one of the other thing is repetition makes a big difference.
Oh,
People don't necessarily buy from me the first time they see me.
yeah.
But about the fifth or sixth time, they're finally ready. And so that's why I accept virtually every speaking opportunity that lands on my desk, because I really do find it's the factor that people think, oh, well, if everybody is booking her, then this must really be trustworthy. This may be something that people respect. I need to pay attention to this. So, really being visible, not just in one place, but in a lot of places, makes a big difference.
Yes, absolutely. Last week, Jackie was on my podcast, which will be released in a couple of months. She's here today. You can see Jackie in so many different areas, and that's because she's getting the visibility she needs. Now, someone wants to get started. Is it the definitive speaker checklist, that one, is that the one that they need to work with to understand what they need to do? Because I wanted to show that below so that they had an idea of what's my strategy? What do I do first?
That's a really great place to start because it's going to set you up to basically do each of the things or get each of the things or put together each of the things that are in the right steps in order to get you booked on stages. But let's start a little bit further back. I mean, the first thing is somebody needs to be confident in their presentation. They need to have an offer that resonates with the audience you're trying to approach. You have to know your target audience so that you're really focusing on where they hang out in order to get yourself booked there. You need to be have the ability to feel comfortable on a stage. Now, that stage could be a podcast if you're not ready to get up on a physical stage. It could be a virtual summit. You need to start practicing. And a great way to start is with a podcast. You give the host a series of questions, and we recommend 20 questions. And hopefully it's a roadmap to where you want to take the audience. And it should a lot of times replicate what is going to be in your signature speech. So about the 30th time that you do this on a podcast, you should be feeling much more confident about doing it from a regular stage. So it's a great way to get started and work your way up if you're not already doing stage work. And by the way, that stage work doesn't have to start at big conferences. Start local. Start at the events that are in your community. Chambers of commerce, local meetings, organizations that you belong to, spiritual centers, churches, wherever you have an audience that you can address. That's a great place to start testing how effective it is what you've got and tweaking it and getting confidence on stage so that you can start stepping up to bigger stages.
And many people don't know that, but even at the chamber, they'll give you 2 minutes on the mic, just 2 minutes to get up there and say who you are and what you do and why someone should connect with you in the room that day. And if you're not getting the visibility on the mic and you're just kind of hiding and sitting at the table, then no one really knows who you are or what you do or why they should connect with you. So I know you're giving away a free month today, and that experience could allow them to see what podcasts are out there. Is that correct,
Yes,
Jackie? They can see what
exactly.
podcasts are available.
So a free month in Speakertunity will give you access to 5 products. So you can pick one, and that is 40 podcasts a month that are lifestyle podcasts, 40 podcasts a month that are B2B podcasts, if that's your marketplace. 120 speaker leads all over North America that are kind of a smorgasbord, and that's US and Canada. All the virtual summits that are looking for guest presenters this past month or this coming months, and also the giveaways that are looking for partners. And that's to grow your opt-in list so you qualify for more summits that are minimum list size. And lastly, if you're a little bit more advanced, it gives you access to 4,500 conferences that have issued calls for speakers and are looking right now. And you can go click and get the calls for speaker form and submit yourself right away. So you can have a choice of any one of those 5 as part of your free month. Now, if you like it, you can stay on. It's only $47 a month. And if you want all 5 of those, you can step up to the gold level, which has all 5 of those, plus a lot of other benefits that really will enhance your ability to deliver as a speaker.
That's great. And that's going to be speakertunity.com/experience, speakertunity.com/experience. And we'll make sure that we put that as well in the comments section. Now, one of my favorite things that you offer is 44 ways to seduce your next client from stage. That couldn't have been a better title. I mean, I just love that title, 44 ways to seduce your next client from stage. This is going to be for that individual that has already been on stage, maybe has been on podcasts, has been on summits, and now they really need to understand strategy on on closing, enrolling, being able to get followers from stage, continuing the journey with the attendees that were there or that were listening, so that you can move them into a space where now they're in a community following of yours, as so to say. So tell us a little bit about the 44 ways to seduce your next client from
Well,
stage.
most speakers realize that there are times when you can't make an offer from stage. And the only way to get people to capture the audience is give them a free lead magnet. But I'm a believer that you do that whether you're on a stage that is lead magnet alone, or even a paid audience, or where you're even making an offer, because I believe that you should be leaving a lead magnet on every stage that you do, in addition to whatever else you're trying to do from that stage. Could be simply an ebook or a consultation, but 44 ways will give you 44 other ways to seduce an audience into your list. And
Yeah.
it's going to blow your mind, because there's a whole lot of other things out there you're not even considering. So this is a great tool to open up your eyes and your thinking to do new, different ways to make yourself irresistible to your audience.
Absolutely. And this is one of the most important things in the very beginning. When you want to become a speaker, I just want you to remember that people are going to look you up on Google before they ever get to your website, before they ever go hire you as a speaker to come somewhere or invite you to a stage. Your online resume really is, Google SEO. So if they Google your name and they're looking at everything you've been doing out there, they need to be able to see your credibility. They need to be able to see that you've maybe been on other podcasts or other stages or other summits, or the things that you're doing, like where have you been? What are you doing? And so you can put all that together as a speaker in something you call a speaker sheet, right, Jackie? And that's simply kind of putting together. I'll let you talk about it for just a minute.
So a speaker sheet is how you present yourself for speaking engagements, whether
Yeah.
that's meetings, conferences, associations, etc. You're going to send them initially a proposal letter that explains what you are doing that is going to transform their audience, and then your credentials. But on that, you're going to say, and attached is my speaker sheet, or you're going to send them to a link where they can see it. And this speaker sheet is a 2-page glossy that looks sensational. It's a spotlight on you that you can't put all your information into the initial pitch letter. You need to keep it short. So this augments it. And what it does is it gives your bio, it gives you at least one great headshot of you, and preferably a shot of you on stage as well. 2 great testimonials from preferably people that have booked you, if not people who've seen you speak, or your clients. And then on the backside, you want to give them 3 presentations. If you only give them one arrow, if you only have one arrow in your quiver, it better be a bullseye. So you want to give people choice, depending on the audience, depending on the skill level. So it could be the same presentation repurposed for different audiences and rewritten in a different way. It could be 3 completely different subject matters within your expertise area. It could be different skill levels, etc. But you want to make sure that when you're handing this beautiful speaker sheet to the host, they have a choice. They're going to pick the one that most aligns with them. So that's what's on the back, the 3 of those presentations. There's a call to action, and there's logos of places that you've spoken before, if possible. Right. Or if you have a book, there's lots of different graphics things that you can do. And one of the things, there's a link there in speaker sheets. We need a different link there, sweetie. The one without the dot.
Gotcha.
That basically that will give you a way to get your speaker sheet done really easily and inexpensively. Because we do it, you pick from one of several templates, you choose your colors, you just fill in a form. You don't even have to know what to give us. We'll tell you, and then we'll turn it back to you in 3 to 5 days. And it makes it so simple. So we want to make sure that you're presenting yourself in the most efficient way to do it. And we've made it really easy for you. And it looks fabulous. We get amazing testimonials for them.
That's wonderful. You've given so much, a plethora of knowledge really today. And so I think the first step really is for each person to just go grab a free month and go to the speakertunity.com/experience, try it out for themselves to see, how it works for them. I mean, the time to do it is to start now. What are your goals for 2024, right? So just jump on, do it, get the visibility, get out in front of other people, because if you're not doing it now, when will you do it? Right?
Exactly.
When will you do it? So, Jackie, thank you so much for being a valuable member of the LEAP community. We're so thankful to have you there. We're so thankful to be able to spotlight you today as a member of the LEAP community and to be able to bring your brand forward for other people to be able to see how amazing you are and what you do at Speakertunity for so many individuals out there. Thousands and thousands of opportunities per week, per month, for all of us to get the visibility for our brand that we deserve. So
Well,
thank
and
you
I
so
also
much.
wanted to say that if people really aren't sure where to start, or they want to look at some of our other resources, come talk to us. And we're more than happy to help you figure out exactly what's right for you, from major conferences to, all kinds of
Love
different
that.
resources. TEDx, that's another important one we didn't even
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
today.
We
TEDx.
didn't even talk about that one. So if that's of interest to you and you want to get on a TEDx stage, definitely reach out at speakertunity.com. Have a conversation with Jackie and her team. Jackie, thank you so much again for being here today. And to all of you, have the most amazing week. Go crush it in business. And don't forget, be you and be strong. Bye-bye for now. See y'all.